Before the Maurya Empire rose, the Indian subcontinent was a mosaic of kingdoms, republics, and tribal states. Some were wealthy trading hubs. Some were powerful warrior clans. Some were ancient republics governed by councils instead of kings. And then came a shockwave from the west. Alexander the Great invaded India in 326 BCE. He didn't conquer much, but he shattered the balance of power. His arrival exposed the weakness of the Nanda Empire, a massive but deeply unpopular kingdom ruling from Pataliputra. In this moment of chaos, a brilliant strategist named Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, sought revenge against the Nandas. He needed a weapon. He found one in a young, ambitious warrior named Chandragupta Maurya. Together, they would build an empire that would change India forever. Chandragupta was not born into royalty. He rose from obscurity, trained by Chanakya in politics, warfare, and strategy. Chanakya believed that a ruler must be both compassionate and ruthless, a philosopher when possible, a predator when necessary. With Chanakya's guidance, Chandragupta rallied support from discontented soldiers, local rulers, and tribes who despised Nanda rule. A rebellion began. Battles erupted across the Ganges plain. By 322 BCE, the Nanda dynasty fell. Chandragupta Maurya became king. But he wasn't done. He marched west, confronting Seleucus I, one of Alexander's former generals. Instead of endless war, the two struck a historic treaty. Chandragupta gained vast territories in exchange for 500 war elephants. The Maurya Empire was now one of the largest in the ancient world. Under Chandragupta, the Maurya Empire became a marvel of administration. Pataliputra, the capital, was a fortified city with wooden walls, watchtowers, and a population rivaling the great cities of Persia and Greece. The empire was divided into provinces, each governed by trusted officials. A vast spy network, described in Chanakya's Arthashastra, kept the emperor informed of corruption, rebellion, and foreign threats. Trade flourished. Roads connected distant regions. Armies were disciplined and enormous: infantry, cavalry, chariots, and war elephants. Chandragupta ruled with strength, but also with vision. After years of expansion, he abdicated the throne, embraced Jainism, and spent his final days as a monk. His son, Bindusara, continued the empire's growth. But the greatest Mauryan ruler was yet to come. When Bindusara died, a brutal succession struggle erupted. Princes fought for the throne. Assassinations were common. In the end, Ashoka, Bindusara's son, emerged victorious, but at a terrible cost. Ashoka began his reign with fire. He crushed rebellions. He expanded the empire. He ruled with an iron fist. And then came the turning point, the Kalinga War. Kalinga was a wealthy, independent state on the eastern coast. It resisted fiercely. The battle was catastrophic. Over 100,000 people died. Countless more were displaced. The land was soaked in blood. Ashoka walked the battlefield after the victory, and what he saw broke him. The emperor who had conquered everything was conquered by guilt. Ashoka renounced violence. He embraced Buddhism. He vowed to rule through compassion, not conquest. He built stupas and monasteries. He sent missionaries across Asia, to Sri Lanka, Central Asia, and even the Mediterranean. He carved his principles into stone pillars across the empire, promoting justice, tolerance, and moral governance. Under Ashoka, the Maurya Empire reached its cultural peak. Trade expanded. Diplomacy flourished. For a moment, it seemed the empire would last forever. But peace is a price. Without expansion, the military weakened. Without fear, rebellious provinces grew bold. Without Ashoka's personal authority, the central government began to fracture. And when Ashoka died, the empire began to crumble. Ashoka's successors were weak. Court factions fought for influence. Local governors declared independence. The once mighty spy network collapsed. The empire shrank rapidly. Regions broke away. Foreign invasions increased. Economic strain deepened. By 185 BCE, the last Mauryan king, Brihadratha, was assassinated by his own general, Pushyamitra Shuna. The Maurya Empire, once the greatest power in India, was gone. But its legacy was not. The Maurya Empire fell, but it left behind a foundation that shaped India for centuries. Its administrative systems influenced future kingdoms. Its roads and trade networks connected the subcontinent. Its diplomatic missions spread Buddhism across Asia. And Ashoka's wheel, the Dharma Chakra, became a symbol of India itself, now at the center of a national flag. The Mauryas rose through strategy, ambition, and conquest. They fell through fragmentation, weak leadership, and the weight of an empire too vast to hold. But their story, like the pillars Ashoka left behind, still stands.